What is it all about? SpongeBob SquarePants, the Broadway Musical, is a stage musical co-conceived and directed by Tina Landau with songs by various artists and a book by Cal Jarrow. It is based on the Nickelodeon animated television series SpongeBob SquarePants and made its world premiere in June 2016 at the Oriental Theater in Chicago. Following a month of previews, the musical opened on Broadway at the Palace Theater in December 2017. The musical opened to critical acclaim. With 12 Tony Award nominations, it tied with Mean Girls for the most nominated production at the 72nd Tony Awards in 2018. The show closed at the Palace Theater on September 16, 2018. At the time of its closing, it had played 29 previews and 327 regular performances. A non-equity North American tour opened on September 22, 2019 at the Proctor's Theater in Schenectady, New York. On December 7th, 2019, Nickelodeon aired a television special of the show featuring members from the original Broadway cast. Before we move on to the first act, let's start with the pre-show. Patchy the Pirate, SpongeBob's #1 fan, sits on the stage after the audience has taken their seats. He reveals he has traveled from Encino, California to catch the musical. 2 security guards tell Patchy to leave as the show is about to begin. Patchy objects but gets kicked out as Patchy claims he is a victim of pirate discrimination and sings a protest chant. One of the guards apologizes, then tells the audience to enjoy the show. In the television special, this prologue is replaced by an animated segment about theater etiquette. Act 1. SpongeBob SquarePants awakens and welcomes the day with his pet snail Gary. He greets various friends at his hometown of Bikini Bottom, including his best friend Patrick, his neighbor Squidward, and his friend Sandy Cheeks, as he walks to the Krusty Krab restaurant. At work, his boss Mr. Krabs tells his daughter Pearl that she will manage the restaurant one day. With Pearl uninterested, SpongeBob hints at his desire to become the manager. Mr. Krabs laughs at the idea, telling SpongeBob he is just a simple sponge. Then, a violent tremor suddenly rocks the entire town. A news report reveals that the tremor was caused by the nearby Mount Humongous, a volcano that will soon erupt. SpongeBob cheers up an upset Patrick by reiterating that they are best friends forever. With the town in panic over the impending doom, married villains Plankton and Karen try to convince the citizens to enter an escape pod that ensures safety. A cover-up for their secret scheme to hypnotize the citizens in the pod into liking the chum that they serve at the restaurant, the Chum Bucket. The townspeople unknowingly support this idea and decide to hold a last-minute music concert to raise money. Squidward's idea of his one-man show is immediately shut down. Instead, Pearl suggests that the famous rock band, the Electric Skates, play at the concert. Everyone agrees and Squidward is named manager of the event. Despite Sandy's pleas that science could help them solve the problem, the townsfolk ignore her for being a land mammal. SpongeBob, however, is against the idea of leaving town and believes the citizens should save Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob thinks back on Mr. Krabs' words from earlier and wonders if he could save the town. He goes to Patrick and Sandy for help. Mr. Krabs sees the upcoming disaster as a money-making opportunity, holding an apocalypse sale. Pearl worries about her father's greed, believing that it overshadows his care for her. Meanwhile, SpongeBob convinces Patrick and Sandy to team up, climb the volcano, and stop it from erupting with an invention Sandy will build. The friends are determined to succeed. Before they start their plan, a group of cultist sardines appear. They found wisdom in Patrick's thoughts at the town meeting and decide to make him their new leader. Patrick likes the idea and decides to back out of SpongeBob's plan so that he can bask in self-glory, angering SpongeBob. The two fight and end their BFF status. After Patrick leaves, Sandy reminds SpongeBob that things are bound to be okay. The entire company reveals their personal thoughts and feelings about the impending disaster. Act 2. Patchy again sneaks on stage, telling the audience that pirates are persecuted by others because of stereotypes, supported in a song by a group of pirates he discovered during the show's first act, wandering into a dive bar in the nearby Hell's Kitchen. The theater security again intervenes to chase Patchy away. SpongeBob wakes up and greets a new day, the day when the volcano is expected to erupt. Bikini Bottom has fallen into anarchy and chaos. The mayor has employed a dictatorship over the people, and an angry mob has started to hunt down Sandy, thinking her science is the cause for the volcano's impending eruption. Sandy hides from the mob and shows SpongeBob her invention, the Eruptor Interrupter. They plan to throw it inside the volcano and save the town. Back in Bikini Bottom, Plankton worries that Sandy and SpongeBob will successfully climb up the mountain and save the town. But Karen tells him that she found his avalanche maker. She says they can use it to create an avalanche that SpongeBob and Sandy will not survive. The electric skates finally arrive. Squidward asks if he can perform with them as an opening act. The band will only allow it if Squidward buys every item on a long shopping list. Meanwhile, SpongeBob and Sandy make their way up the volcano with great difficulty. Sandy tries to lift their spirits by reminding them of what they have learned in karate class about never giving up. SpongeBob cannot help but think of how he misses Patrick and wishes he were there to help them. In Bikini Bottom, Patrick finds life as a guru unexciting and misses SpongeBob as well, prompting him to leave his followers behind to help SpongeBob. Squidward obtains all but one of the items on the electric skates list, so the band refuses to let him perform despite his pleas, calling him a loser in the process. Their use of this word causes Squidward, constantly called a loser in childhood, to snap back at the band in anger. The band quits, leaving Squidward alone. He insists that he is not a loser and performs the song with a tap dance number and a backup chorus in his imagination. Back on the mountain, Plankton and Karen use the avalanche maker to cause an avalanche, sending SpongeBob falling off the mountain. Patrick saves him with the jetpack Sandy invented, and the two reaffirm their friendship and follow Sandy to the summit of the mountain. When they reach to the top, neither Sandy nor Patrick are able to reach the rim where they need to throw the device in. They turn to SpongeBob, who doubts his skills. They remind him that he is the only one who can squeeze through tight areas, and that's his optimism that has gotten them this far. With new determination, SpongeBob throws the Eruptor Interrupter in. They head back to Bikini Bottom and see if their plan worked. Due to the band being gone, there is no concert or skate pod, which sends the town into anarchy. SpongeBob tries to calm everyone down, insisting that despite whatever happens, they have each other. When the time comes for the volcano to erupt, everyone braces for their deaths. Time passes without an eruption, signaling that the Eruptor Interrupter worked. With Bikini Bottom safe, everyone decides that they should celebrate by having a new concert led by Pearl and Squidward. Patchy descends from above on a rope, having finally managed to sneak into the show. He makes the cast reluctantly agree to let him be a part of the finale as the townspeople welcome the brand new day. During the curtain call, the cast performs one final song. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh yeah! The end! Hey there guys, Robert here. I just want to thank you all so much for watching episode 14 of Musical Synopsis Fridays. If you haven't done so yet, please smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and tap the bell icon to get notified so you don't miss a new video from me as we're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. And again, I would like to thank you all so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys!